Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for attending our press conference today to talk about the next municipal election. We are going to have 4 seats open for our April 12, 2016 election, and those seats are the at-large, the Northeast District, the Northwest District, and the Southwest District. The Northeast District is currently held by Councilmember Kenny Anderson Jr. The Northwest District is currently held by Dean Karski. The Southwest District is currently held by Greg Jameson. These 3 seats will be vacated due to term limits. The at-large position is currently held by Councilmember Kermit Staggers, and he is eligible to run for a second term if he would choose. We do now have available our election booklets for anyone interested in taking a look at the booklets, and that will include the nominating petitions. And just a couple of pertinent dates for the candidates to be aware of, or anyone interested, that the first day to circulate and file nominating petitions is Friday, January 29. And those petitions are due back to our office by 5 p.m. on Friday, February 26. One item that I want to mention of interest to the citizens and potential candidates would be that we are not going to be using vote centers this year. We are going back to precincts. We will have 60 total precincts, and as a result, the citizens will vote this year in 2016 for our city election in April, our potential secondary election in May, the June primary, and the November general election will all be voting at the same location. So we will have consistency across the board for the elections. Please contact us if you have questions, or you can certainly take a look at our election page at siouxfalls.org/election. And I will now turn this over to Councilmember Kenny Anderson Jr.
Hello. Thank you for the media being here. I just wanted to speak as council chair and someone who has sat on the city council now for my 8 years. I found it an amazing experience. Being able to be part of a team, and I've had the opportunity to be part of 2 different teams and work with some very talented, educated, amazing people who really care about their city. And what this news conference is really about is that we're looking for more individuals who care about their city, who care about their community, who want to give back some type of service. There is a service here, and that service is your community, your city, your neighbors, your businesses. And it's not something that we take lightly, but it is something that is very important. To get to a point of running for the council now, you only, for a district, you only need 50 signatures. At large, you need 200. Those I found to be very easy to get. People are very willing to see people serve here. And the other thing is also, is you need to speak to your business that you work for and make sure that they will support you. Businesses out there understand if there are people in your business that work for you that are caring and that want to participate in helping mold our community for the future, give them that chance. With that, I'm going to give up over to Mayor Huther.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Council Chair Anderson Jr., thank you for the opportunity, and Lori, thank you as well. Sioux Falls, if public service is on your bucket list or your to-do list, I would strongly encourage you to tackle it and knock it off. Certainly, the role of public service certainly does have its challenges. However, the rewards are incredible. Just a couple days ago, I had someone come up to me and we were talking about the upcoming elections. And the comment was such that, Mayor, things are going so well right now that's the reason why folks are not running for city council seats. In my mind, it should be just the opposite. The reason to run should not be just because things are going bad. In fact, the reason that you should run is to keep things going as strongly as they are. Keep that momentum going, keep that confidence going. Right now, we actually have city council seats within the city of Sioux Falls that are open, and we've got no candidates for some of those seats. I find that very, very concerning, and it should be concerning to all of the citizens of Sioux Falls that no one is running. I know that there are citizens out there that are willing to sacrifice their time and, yes, indeed, their talent, all in the spirit of making this community an even better one, or sustaining the good things that we've got going on, or, yes, tackling those issues and opportunities that still remain. With that, I think we'd like to certainly open it up for any questions that the media may have. Or, Lori, I can turn it back over to you. Lori?
Well, Mayor, have you had anybody in your time that this happened where you have no people to step forward?
Well, again, the process isn't over, and there certainly is time, as Lori and Council Chair Anderson Jr. had alluded to. However, it is concerning. On Friday, we have what's called a leadership meeting where we gather the council, the administration, the city clerk's team. We get together on Fridays and we talk about things that are coming up in the week ahead. And there certainly was a comment made by Lori, and that she's been in this public service gig longer than I have, and she too expressed concerns that we've got these open seats, and we've got folks that are not jumping in to the fray. And that's when I turned to Council Chair Anderson Jr. and said, Councilor, we have to do something. And that's why we're very, very appreciative to the media to be here as well. I know you folks care about this community as much as anybody, and you are kind of those eyes and those ears and those voices to kind of help us get the word out. I don't know if maybe it's just early, or maybe there are a bunch of folks that are getting organized, but with just such a short amount of time to go, it certainly is concerning, not only to me, to Lori, to Council Chair Anderson Jr., but it should certainly be a concern of the citizens as well. Joe?
Councilor Mason, what role does the city councilor have, yourself, at the end of your term? What role do you have in recruiting your potential replacement? Are you out there, shaking the trees, trying to find candidates, or how does that work?
Well, I'll say, number one, we are citizens of our city too. Yeah. And as a citizen, yes, I have had conversations with people that I thought would be interesting candidates and people who have expressed interest in running. It's just like when you have a number of people running for the same seat. When I first ran, I ran at large and did not have anyone running against me at the time. There was an incumbent who decided at the last minute to get back in the race. And she taught me a lot. Her name was Dee Knudsen. And we got together, we had a long conversation. It wasn't about her or I, it was about our community and how we wanted to see that community move forward. And I want to thank her because she really taught me how these elections should go. And I felt that, over my time, I've tried to do the same thing. And so, yes, I would say the council does have the responsibility to go out there and find those citizens that are interested in service.
What's a good public service qualifications or characteristics?
I think any citizen in good standard in the city of Sioux Falls is a good candidate. Someone who cares about their community. Someone who wants to see the future be designed by, common sense and the talent that we have here in our administration. And I feel that's what the council is supposed to help provide. And we have many people at many different levels that I feel could sit on these seats and make those decisions for the future of our city.
Joe, if I simply put to me, Joe, It's someone who wants to leave their community better than the way that they found it. And I think that's with anything that we do. You know, if you're a parent, you want life to be better for your kids. If you're a coach, you want things to be better for, you know, the student athletes that you're working with. And in this case, as public servants, we want to leave things better than the way that we found them. But what's interesting, and I kind of want to go back to David's comment, it seems like folks really, really rally and get motivated when things are going bad or things are going wrong or something is making them mad. In this case, we've got a lot of really good things going on. People are happy for the most part and satisfied and confident. And now it's like, well, now, you know, let's not get involved. And again, I just think it's almost the opposite is needed.
And Mayor, what would happen if no one steps forward?
You know, and that's a great question, because we actually had that same comment just the other day, and I'm going to turn it over to Lori because I found this interesting as well.
Yeah, that's a very good question. If no one came forward, the way that the state law reads is that the person that's currently in that position would remain in that position until someone could be appointed to take that role.
So would it be just vacant?
Pardon me?
So wouldn't it just be vacant?
No.
You'd have to use
Right, you would need someone in there, correct?
So who would appoint,
Yeah.
who would appoint the position?
Council Chair.
The council.
Yes.
Yeah, the council would appoint, for instance, when we had the situation where Councilor Bob Litz became the county auditor, then there was an application process and the council did appoint Dean Karski to take that role.
And at that point, in Dean's case, when that term is up, he gets 2 fresh terms then eligible, or?
No.
No, the first time when he did complete the term, that counted as 1, and then he did run a second time. So he is done in 16.
These precincts, these churches, fire halls,
You know, it's an interesting mix. We have quite a few churches. We have the libraries, the various branch libraries. We have a couple of businesses actually that are going to assist us. Schools. We still have schools. We have our community centers. And we have a total of about 60.
Our senior center too.
Yes, and Active Generations also is going to be one of our precincts.